Hello there, this is Tyler Movie Guy, and today we will be counting down my top 10 most anticipated TV shows of 2026. And just like movies, we are in for a really good year of TV shows. So let's talk about it.
Why you son of a great power comes great responsibility.
My brother and a
You do this all day. I am Iron Man. Why so serious?
Now I am the comeback, the destroyer of worlds.
Coming in 10th place, we have X-Men 97 Season 2. And as of now, we still don't have a trailer for Season 2 yet, so all I really have to go off of is Season 1, of course. And I thought Season 1 was pretty solid. It's been like, I don't know, maybe 1.5 years since I've seen it now, so it's kind of fading away in my memory, but I do remember quite liking it. But I'm not crazy about like animated TV shows anymore, and I did give the original series a watch. At least I tried to, but I got a couple episodes in and then I wasn't really vibing with it, and I didn't want to watch like, I don't know how many seasons it was, like 4 or 5 or whatever like that. So I just thought to watch the new season, and that was about it. So yeah, I did quite like it when I watched it, but now looking back, I can't remember too much about it. But yeah, I know lots of people do really enjoy this series. I never grew up on the original series, and I'm not big into animated series, but of course it's Marvel, it's X-Men, so I am going to watch season 2 of this series, and I'm sure I'll like it, but that's why it is not very high on this list. Coming in 9th place, we have your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man season 2, and just like X-Men 97, we still don't have a trailer yet, so we will have to go off of season 1. And season 1 of this series was basically like a year ago, so it is a lot more fresh in my mind. And I remember being quite pleasantly surprised with this series, where it's basically like a Spider-Man what if he wasn't mentored by Tony Stark and instead he was mentored by Norman Osborn. And so, you know, like Norman supplies him with like cool suits and gadgets and all that stuff, and he's like the guy in the chair like helping him out fight crime and all that cool stuff. And then also there was like just a ton of cool other characters and villains and different Marvel heroes populating this cool little pocket universe, you know, like Spider-Man's friends like Tombstone and Nico Minoru, and then different villains like Scorpion, Rhino, Doc Ock, all those cool villains, and then also just other different Marvel characters populating this world like Doctor Strange, Iron Man, Captain America, Daredevil. Is just really, really cool to see in this series. So yeah, I'm really excited for season 2 and where they go with all the different stories and everything. You know, Tombstone is becoming more and more of like a villain, and maybe he'll like have a freak accident and he'll become gray like in the comics and everything, and maybe Norman Osborn will become Green Goblin, hopefully, and you know, because they like teased his glider and everything. So if they were to do that, that would also be really, really cool. So yeah, I'm excited to see season 2 and see where everything leads to. So that's why this series comes in 9th place. Coming in 8th place, we have Vision Quest. And once again, we still don't have a trailer. And also this isn't a season 2, this is a season 1. So we have even less to go off of. But all we really know is it's, you know, about like White Vision and what he's been doing since he flew off in WandaVision, believe it or not, 5 years ago. So kind of the fact that we know nothing about this series is one of the big reasons why I'm actually excited for it. A trailer could either like steer me in like a positive direction or a negative direction, but like I'm split down the middle because we know like nothing about it, which I find pretty exciting. I can't believe WandaVision was already 5 years ago and we still don't know what Vision's been up to. But yeah, it will be really cool to finally see what's up with him, and maybe if Billy and Tommy are in this, and maybe a continuation of Agatha. And I've heard rumors, spoiler alert, that Star-Lord might be in this. So yeah, all of this is just, you know, rumors and speculation and everything like that. But yeah, that's what really gets me excited for that. Marvel series have been pretty good lately, so I'm curious about this one, and that's why it comes in 8th place. Coming in 7th place, we have Spider-Noir. And if you don't remember, this was in last year's most anticipated video, but of course it was delayed. So now we are talking about it again in this year's video. And I am still quite excited for this series because it is just like something very new, like, and new is always very exciting. We've never really gotten a live action series of well, I guess Spider-Man in general, but of course, like a regular Peter Parker Spider-Man. It's just really exciting to get like a multiversal Spider-Man get like their very own story. Of course, we have like Spider-Verse with Miles Morales, but you know, that's Miles Morales, that's animated, that's totally different from this. So yeah, this is just such a new, unique thing that I'm really excited to check out. And of course, Nicolas Cage is back in the role, which is really exciting. So this possibly could be the same Noir from the Spider-Verse movies. We don't know. That'd be kind of cool. And I'm really hoping for kind of cheesy 1900s detective aesthetics, and also like 1900s versions of different Spider-Man characters and villains would be really cool. All in all, I'm really excited for this just because of how unique and new and fresh it feels. So that's why this series comes in 7th place. Coming in 6th place, we have Ahsoka Season 2. And Ahsoka Season 1 was definitely kind of a very divisive series. I feel like if you're a big Clone Wars Rebels fan, you're gonna love Ahsoka, and if you're just kind of more of a casual movie fan, you're gonna be very confused by Ahsoka. But me, of course, I'm a big Clone Wars Rebel guy, so I kind of picked up on every single character and reference and everything that was in the Ahsoka series. Of course, I loved Season 1, and I'm very excited to see where Season 2 goes. And of course, Season 1 left on a very big cliffhanger where, you know, Ezra and Thrawn finally escaped from that planet, and then Sabine and Ahsoka were trapped on the planet. So they did a little switcheroo basically. So yeah, I'm really excited to see what happens with Thrawn and everything, and if he starts to like try to take over the galaxy or whatever his whole plan is and everything like that. And I'm really hoping this series, The Mandalorian and Grogu movie as well, I hope that both of them are really popular, so we still end up getting the Heir to the Empire movie that was confirmed a couple years ago. But you know, since then it's kind of been a little iffy lately. So yeah, I really hope both of those are really successful so we can get that movie. But yeah, I'm really excited for Season 2 and where everything goes. And I've heard like, you know, Ewan McGregor might come back for like some Clone Wars flashbacks, and probably Hayden Christensen as well coming back for more Clone Wars flashback. That feels like fan service, but also at the same time, it's like, I'm not gonna complain with seeing, you know, Obi-Wan and Anakin in Clone Wars armor in live action. So yeah, it's very fan servicey, but I'm gonna eat it up. So that is why I'm super excited for Season 2. Coming in 5th place, we have The Boys Season 5, aka the final season. And of course, this series being like such a long-running, very popular series, I'm anticipating a very cool finale to this whole series. Like, I'm expecting like, you know, lots of like character sacrifices and death and everything like that, and big emotion. And of course, I'm expecting finally the demise of Homelander. Basically, the thing that the boys have been trying to do all 5 seasons is finally gonna go down in this season. And just from this picture alone, we can like see like it feels like a lot more grandiose compared to the first 4 seasons, because you know, they've all been kind of like more stuck in New York the whole time, but I'm really expecting this to be more of a global threat and event and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm really excited to see how everything goes down, and for our final conclusion to one of my favorite series of all time. So that's why this show comes in 5th place. Coming in 4th place, we have Maul's Shadow Lord, and this is a very exciting series, because if you didn't know, I made a video a couple years ago titled Top 10 Movies That Need to Be Made, and a Maul movie was very high on that list. And now looking back, it was kind of a high expectation of me to think they would ever make a live action Maul movie. An animated series is much more feasible, because ever since Solo came out, they've been very hesitant to release like any kind of like solo character live action movies, just because they're worried they're going to lose a bunch of money. So yeah, a series like this makes a lot more sense financially wise for them. So yeah, I'm still very excited for this, and to see Maul build his crime syndicate and everything like that, and maybe even like take on a Padawan. Maul was originally supposed to be like the big bad of the sequel trilogy, and he was supposed to have like a Padawan named like Darth Talon, I think. So the fact that she might actually be in this series is all really, really exciting. And of course, Maul is one of my favorite Star Wars characters of all time. And yeah, he just needs more and more screen time. So yeah, I'm very, very excited to see him build his crime syndicate and everything like that. So that's why this series comes in 4th place. Coming in 3rd place, we have the Lantern series. And I've said countless times how much I love the DCU so far and how excited I am for the future of it. So of course I'm going to be excited for the Lantern series, and just the way James Gunn pitched this series as like a space buddy cop has me very, very excited. And the casting of Aaron Pierre and Kyle Chandler is pretty cool. I'm a little skeptical of Kyle Chandler as Hal Jordan just because he seemed pretty old for the role, but I feel like they intentionally did that because they want him to be like the older, wiser, grumpy kind of mentor to Aaron Pierre's Jon Stewart, because you know lots of buddy cop movies have that kind of dynamic, so they're probably trying to do that again with this series. So I'm willing to be a little optimistic until we actually see it in the series. And also I'm really excited to see Guy Gardner, played by Nathan Fillion, come back. I'm pretty sure he's supposed to be in this. And also I'm pretty sure this is going to be a rated R series, which I'm really, really excited for. Don't get me wrong, I love comedic rated R like Peacemaker, but I'm much more of a serious rated R kind of guy. Like the first rated R serious comic book project that comes to mind is obviously Logan, one of my favorite movies of all time. So if this series is anything like that, I am in for an absolute treat. So all in all, that is why this series comes in 3rd place. Coming in 2nd place, we have Daredevil Born Again Season 2. And I've said before how Season 1 was definitely a bit of a mixed bag because, you know, half of it was like people who didn't know what the hell they were doing and trying to like disconnect it from the Netflix series. And then the other half were people who were trying to course correct the dumbasses who didn't know what they were doing and trying to fix their mistakes and everything like that. So yeah, was definitely disappointing about Season 1 and definitely kind of like messed it up a little bit. But now in Season 2, it's going to be fully people who actually know what they're doing, which gets me really, really excited. And we got our first trailer a week or 2 ago, and it got me even more excited, and it looked really, really good. And a little side note, Lithonia by Childish Gambino, the song that was in the trailer, is a really good song, and I've been playing it on loop lately. But yeah, the trailer got me really excited, and the fact that the people behind this series actually know what they're doing this time also gets me really, really, really excited. And yeah, just seeing all these characters, Daredevil, Karen Page, Foggy Nelson, if he comes back to life or if it's a flashback, we don't know. Kingpin, Bullseye, maybe Punisher's coming back, we don't know. And you know, Kingpin's whole evil cop division and everything like that is all really, really excited. So yeah, I am super excited for Daredevil Born Again Season 2, and that's why it comes in 2nd place. But coming in 1st place, we have Season 4. And Season 3 was such a great season. I don't really remember all that happened like at the beginning of the season, but of course I remember the end of the season regarding the Invincible War and all the Invincible variants was really, really cool. And then of course the big massive battle with Conquest was absolutely amazing. So just all of that gets me really, really, really excited for Season 4, and the fact that we are finally gonna see Thrag, basically the leader of all of the Viltrumites, gets me really, really, really excited. And also Omni-Man and Alan the Alien coming back to meet Mark and everything like that, and creating their own resistance and all that cool stuff to fight all the Viltrumites just sounds really, really cool and really exciting. And the fact that they're introducing Thrag in this season is I'm really like curious like what's gonna go on with that, because like obviously he's the big bad, so once he's defeated, I think, you know, kind of like the series is over. So I don't think this is the last series. So I'm very curious what's going to go on with that. If there's going to be like a big battle with him and somehow like he gets away or whatever, or they don't actually ever fight at all. He's just kind of in the background the whole time. I don't know what's going to go on, but just because of how cool the finale of Season 3 was, and them finally introducing the big bad and everything like that, and introducing like the, you know, Omni-Man and Alan the Alien and other characters coming in to help Mark and everything like that just gets me really excited that they're kind of like building towards this big ending, it feels like. Because a bit of my problem with the past seasons is it kind of like meandered around a little bit in the first few episodes and then had a big slam bang finale. But with this season, it feels more like they're more building to something like that. So yeah, that is why I am super excited for Invincible season 4 coming out in roughly a month. So yeah, that is my list for my top 10 most anticipated series of 2026. I'd love to hear some of your most anticipated series, and that's about it. So farewell.